University of Wisconsin-Madison Intramural Sports Captain's Video.
The Competitive Sports Office is located in the back of the Natatorium, 2000 Observatory Drive, room 1025. During the academic year, the office will be open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Email us at imsports@recsports.wisc.edu. For weather questions, call the weather hotline, 608-262-4756.
All members wishing to participate in intramural sports must purchase the Intramural Sports Pass. The following pass options are available. Year Pass. Students can purchase a year pass at $45 at the beginning of the fall semester through Thanksgiving. This pass gives students all access to intramural sport offerings for the fall, spring, and summer semesters. Students may participate in one single-gendered and one co-rec team per sport when offered. Semester Pass. Students can purchase a semester pass for $25 at the beginning of each semester. This is ideal for students that will graduate at the end of the fall semester or for students studying abroad one semester. Students may participate in one single-gendered and one co-rec team per sport when offered in the semesters in which the pass is purchased. Team Pass. Students can purchase a team pass at $15 for each team they would like to compete in per semester. This pass is ideal for students only interested in playing on a single team per semester. Students that purchase a team pass can upgrade to a semester or year pass at any point. Students that wish to play on multiple teams in one sport are encouraged to purchase the semester pass.
Purchasing a pass. All passes can be purchased through IM Leagues. Captains are not able to create a team without purchasing their individual pass and successfully passing the captain's quiz. Participants will not be able to join a team without purchasing their individual pass. All teams will be placed on the waiting list in their respective league until the minimum number of required players to participate is met. The minimum player requirement can be found in the IM Handbook located in the Handbook section of IM Leagues. Refunds. Team Pass refunds will only be given if the league does not have enough space for the team or competitive sports is unable to facilitate participation for the team. If a student is unable to participate in over half of the season of the sport in which they purchased the team pass due to injury or other extenuating circumstances, they can email the Competitive Sports Office for a refund request. Semester and year passes will only be refunded under extenuating circumstances. The IM Council will hear all requests for refunds for the semester and year pass.
Competitive. The competitive league is intended for those teams that have had some experience with organized play in that sport. This league is designed for teams whose primary objective is to win games. Recreational. The recreational league is designed for teams whose primary objective is to enjoy intramural sports and to have fun. Winning is secondary. Open. For some sports, an open league will be the only division offered as the amount of space available and the number of teams dictate only one league offering. The Open League will have a mix of both competitive and recreational players.
Participation. All participants must purchase some form of the intramural pass to participate in intramural sports. Participants may only compete in one single-gender team and one co-rec team when offered. Participants are not allowed to play on two single-gendered teams or two co-rec teams. Captains are responsible for ensuring the accuracy of their team's roster before playoffs begin. Rosters may be viewed at any time on IM Leagues. Players may be added to the roster at any time online at IM Leagues or at the game site, provided they are eligible and meet all of the requirements. Any team that uses an ineligible player during the regular season will forfeit that game. Any team that uses an ineligible player during the playoffs will forfeit the game and be immediately dropped from further competition. Eligibility. In order to participate in intramural sports, all fee-paying students are eligible to participate. Faculty and staff must have a valid Rec Sports membership. All participants must activate their account on IM Leagues prior to play. Defaults. If less than the minimum number of required players of a team have checked in with the supervisor at the scheduled location within 10 minutes of the scheduled time of the contest, the supervisor will declare the contest a default. A default carries a $25 fee which can be paid online using your IM Leagues account. Teams wishing to cancel a game must have their captain or co-captain email the intramural sports staff at imsports@recsports.wisc.edu by 12 p.m. the day of the contest with their name, their team name, the league of play, and their intent to cancel. Once a cancellation has been granted, the request cannot be overturned. Cancellations made after 12 p.m. the day of the contest will result in the team captain being charged the $25 default fee. Phone cancellations and defaults are not accepted. Weather. In case of inclement weather, call the Rec Sports hotline at 262-4756, extension 4 for cancellation information. All efforts will be made to announce cancellations by 3 p.m. on weekdays. Regular season games are only rescheduled in extreme circumstances. Playoff games canceled due to inclement weather will be rescheduled and most likely pushed to the following day, subsequently pushing all other games in that bracket back a day. Please check IM Leagues for schedule revisions. ID policy. All participants must have a valid UW ID card or Rec Sports membership card that swipes into Fusion. If a participant forgets their UW ID card, they can still gain access by using a courtesy pass, as long as they have another valid photo ID or have a picture in Fusion. Valid photo IDs include a photo in their Fusion profile, a driver's license, a passport, or any government-issued photo ID. Courtesy passes may be issued up to 6 times per semester for participants. This includes entries into facilities. Numbers are reset at the beginning of every semester. Playoff eligibility. Teams participating in the A or B league that have achieved a 4.0 or higher sportsmanship rating, less than 2 of any combination of defaults, forfeits, or cancellations, and achieve a regular season record of 500 or better will advance to playoffs. Note that any team not given the opportunity to play 50% or more of the regular scheduled games, example, games canceled due to rain, not including defaults or forfeits, will be placed into playoffs. Playoff bracketing procedures. The week following the end of regular season, a blank bracket will be posted. Teams will be ranked by their winning percentage, with the tiebreaker being accumulated sportsmanship points. Further ties will be broken randomly by the system. Starting at a time designated by the league coordinator, teams will select their position in the bracket based on seed. Note, it is better to pick your playoff path based on availability rather than competition. If a qualifying team misses their designated draft time, they can jump into the order where it stands and select at that time. If a team fails to choose their playoff spot, the league coordinator reserves the right to choose that team's spot in the playoffs. Ejections. The competitive sports staff reserves the right to eject any individual, team, or spectator who interrupts the flow of a game in any manner. Players may be ejected before, during, and after any contest, and by any Rec Sports staff member. Reinstatement. To regain eligibility, the ejected person must complete each of the following. Prepare a written statement detailing the events surrounding the incident. Include an outline of the events surrounding ejection, actions that led to the ejection, assurance that the behavior will not occur again, suggestion for appropriate disciplinary action, and how the behavior will be avoided in the future. The statement should be sent to the coordinator of competitive sports, and schedule an appointment to meet with the coordinator of competitive sports. Please check out the Intramural Sports Handbook for further information.
Sportsmanship rating system. Competitive sports expects all participants and spectators to conduct themselves in a sportsmanlike manner. Unsportsmanlike conduct or other inappropriate behavior occurring in recreational sports indoor or outdoor facilities before, during, or after intramural events will not be tolerated. All teams will begin each game with a 4.0 sportsmanship rating. By showing good sportsmanship throughout the game, teams can earn a 5.0. If a team doesn't show any good sportsmanship, but doesn't show any bad sportsmanship either, they will remain at a 4.0 for that game. If sportsmanship problems arise during the game, teams will lose more points from their sportsmanship rating. As your team captain, you have the ability to influence the level of teamwork on your team. Teamwork is defined as the combined actions of a group of people. One example of teamwork in intramural sports is holding your teammates accountable for their actions so your team's overall sportsmanship rating is not affected by one member's poor actions.
Sport rules. Players. A match shall be played by 2 teams, each consisting of 7 players, including the goalkeeper. In co-rec games, the number of men and women on the field may not differ by more than 2, while still maintaining the minimum and maximum roster requirements. Example, 3-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 4-2, 4-3. At least 1 player must be present to be allowed the 10-minute grace period. If, at the end of the 10 minutes, there are not at least 4 players present, The game will be declared a default, and the defending team will be charged the $25 default fee. Equipment. A player shall not wear anything that may be dangerous to him, herself, or another player. This includes jewelry, watches, metal cleats, caps, or bandanas. Shoes must be worn. Sandals, boots, or bare feet are not permitted. New. Shin guards are required. Participants caught playing without shin guards will be removed from play immediately. All teams are required to provide matching colored team shirts in the color the captain chose at registration. Players will not be allowed to participate without a matching team color shirt. Exception. The goalkeeper's shirt must be a color not worn by either team. Goalies. Goalies may not pick up passes from members of their own team. Goalies may not slide or dive at a player in possession of the ball. Goalies may slide or dive to block a shot. Goalies may slide or dive to gain possession of a loose ball. Substitutions. Substitutions may be made during any stoppage of play. The substitute must enter at midfield and may not enter the field without the permission of the official. Penalty. The play shall be stopped and the offending player shall be cautioned. Play shall continue with a drop ball. Overtime procedure. If a game should end in a tie, there will be a 5-minute golden goal period. Golden goal. This means that the first team to score shall win the game. If, after the 5-minute overtime period, the game is still tied, a round of 4 penalty kicks shall take place. Penalty kicks will continue until a winner is determined. The duration of the game. A game shall consist of 2 20-minute halves. The clock will run continuously throughout the duration of the game. However, the clock will stop for injury or at the discretion of the officials or competitive sports supervisor. The halftime interval shall not exceed 5 minutes. Overtime will be played in all games throughout the duration of the season. Mercy rule. If a team is ahead by 5 or more goals with 5 or less minutes remaining in the second half, the game will be declared over. There is no offside rule in 7v7 soccer. As of fall 2016, slide tackling is allowed in all outdoor soccer leagues. Indirect free kicks. Indirect free kicks are awarded and taken from the point of infraction. A goal may not be scored unless the ball is touched or played by another player of either team. If the ball is played next by the kicker following kickoff, a free kick, a penalty kick, a goal kick, a corner kick, or by the thrower following a throw-in, an indirect kick shall be awarded. If a player fairly charges into an opponent when neither is within playing distance of the ball, if a player is playing in the manner considered by the official to be dangerous to any player, if a player who is not in possession of the ball obstructs an opponent who is attempting to play the ball, charging the goalkeeper while he or she is inside his or her own penalty box, if the goalkeeper touches the ball with his or her hands when receiving it directly from a throw-in by a teammate, when the goalkeeper delays play by stalling or otherwise holding up the game, playing the ball on the ground while having anything other than hand or foot on the ground, no sliding or slide tackles. This includes sliding to gain possession of a loose ball, with the exception of goalies, if the goalkeeper takes more than 6 seconds to release the ball for play. Direct kicks. Direct free kicks are awarded and taken from the point of infraction. A goal may be scored against the defending team. A direct kick will be awarded for the following: if a player spits, kicks, strikes, attempts to kick or strike, or jumps at an opponent. If a player trips or attempts to trip an opponent. If a goalkeeper attempts to strike, strikes, or pushes an opponent with a ball. If a player other than the goalkeeper in his or her own penalty area deliberately handles the ball. If a player pushes an opponent with the hands or arms extended from the body. If a player holds an opponent. If a player charges an opponent in a dangerous or reckless manner while the opponent in the act of playing the ball has 2 feet off the ground or is using excessive force. Yellow cards. A player shall be cautioned with a yellow card and the opposing team award an indirect free kick if he or she enters as a substitute without the official's permission, persistently breaks the rules, shows by word or action dissent from any decision given by the official, is guilty of unsportsmanlike behavior. Note: if a team accumulates 4 yellow cards throughout the duration of a game, including all overtime procedures, the game will end immediately. The defending team will receive a loss and a sportsmanship score of 0 for that game. Red cards. A player shall be sent off the field immediately and not substituted for when issued a red card. The opposing team shall receive an indirect free kick if he or she is guilty of violent conduct, is guilty of serious foul play, uses foul or abusive language directed at another player, official, or spectator in a violent, belligerent manner, receives a second yellow card. Note: if a team accumulates 2 red cards throughout the duration of a game, including all overtime procedures, the game will end immediately. The defending team will receive a loss and a sportsmanship score of 0 for that game. This concludes the Intramural Soccer Captains meeting. The Captains quiz found on IM Leagues must be completed with a score of 80% or higher before a team can be created. Feel free to contact us at imsports@wisc.edu with your questions or feedback. Thank you. Thank you, and good luck this year.